Ding-a-ding-ding-ding. Hello, and happy Fantastic 4 week. Lord, what a crazy day. I had to take a nap because you guys know I keep falling asleep. This week, I have, I think, an 8 or 9 day in a row work week. Hold on. And I'm tired. It is what it is. But we're pushing through. And I'll be honest, give me 1 second. I'm not quite together. I was like, where's my Fantastic 4 pin? All right, I refuse to buy a bunch of t-shirts. I need to downsize and I keep buying shirts. All right, so the intro today is coming, well, part of it is a retro version of what we did on TikTok. I wasn't allowed to use copyright music, so I had to make it work with a lo-fi retro look. And some of the footage was kind of like messed up. Long story, but we just made it work. But if you're not aware, I am on TikTok, Instagram, of course, YouTube, and X/Twitter under the name Gadgetrish. We actually did a live though on TikTok. I had to take it down because I didn't realize that my headphones were connected to me and the sound was bad. But moving forward, I will do my best to do more lives when we're in places. It was fun. It was super fun. I was part of the pop-up for the Fantastic Four in New York, located in Madison Square Garden or outside of Madison Square Garden. We're going to talk about that in a second, but we're going to backtrack just a little bit because I fell asleep in the last live and had no idea what the hell happened with the first Fantastic Four. So, quick thoughts. I actually like, considering the movie came out like 20 years ago, I enjoyed the backstory of how the whole Fantastic Four formed. We meet Dr. Doom. I meet Dr. Doom for the first time. I've said it before, and I even say it more than ever. I wasn't a fan of the Fantastic Four. Hold on. Even though they are given credit for being the first family of Marvel, right? The first superhero family of Marvel. And I think because of who they are or what weight they carry into this ecosystem of comic book, shout out to Marvel for saying, you know what? We're going to keep making a movie till you guys realize how important they are. And I get that. Like my brother, he got it. He loved it. But if you guys go back in any iteration of Fantastic Four, except for 2005 and beyond, most of it looked really crappy. And I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. My brother reads comic books. I don't or didn't. I'm trying to open myself to comic books now. So it's like if you're not a comic book head, you don't understand the lore and why they keep going back to the first family of the Marvels. is the first superhero family? I don't know. But the point is, they're significant. And especially with Doomsday's coming out, I believe, early December of 2026. I guess they were like, we're going to try this again. I believe some of the issues with the Fantastic Four in the past, I believe Fox owned them. And then now Disney is in charge of that IP. But I'm not going to really get into my thoughts about Fantastic Four, the movie. I did see it, but there was so when I saw it the Thursday we went to the pop-up. When I said there was a lot of insanity, and we're going to get into some of it because it's connected to the pop-up, unpop-up related, I got to the theater. My show was at 7:00. I get to the theater maybe around 5 minutes to 7 or 7. Not a problem. We have about 20 to 30 minutes of trailers, right? We're going to be good, right? The concession was so crazy over those popcorn buckets. It was a lot. We'll get more into my movie experience the next live, which will be Tuesday night around this time, around 11:30. This way, everybody would have had time to see it on Tuesday at the discounted price. Now, if you're coming on from the LA time, you're going to miss my live regardless, unless you see it early. But at least 11:30, it does give a cushion for people to see a show, get home, relax, marinate. Like I said, I have my thoughts, but we'll save my thoughts about the movie Fantastic Four First Steps for Tuesday coming up. But getting back to the real subject at hand. So my thoughts on the first Fantastic Four, at least the one from 2005, I liked it a lot. I think one of my favorite characters was Chris Evans, the flame guy. Oh God, I forget his name. He was just such a playboy. She showed off. He broke the rules. Thing would have been better if the technology was there. I liked his raspy voice and stuff. But overall, I liked the movie a lot. I was like, okay, especially with after a second run, I was like, okay, this is not bad. Don't know why I didn't see it back then, but I didn't. I know I was back in school. So that was probably it. Anything that came out between 2004 and 2010, my focus was school. So I'm sure that had a big role into that. So this was the pop-up in New York. There was some confusion. And so some people came on my TikTok. They were like, oh, no, this is the time, this is the time. Listen, guys, the time that I was told the day before was 7 to 7. I know this guy named Brian was there around 11. He said there was picture ops. I didn't see anybody. I didn't know anybody that came earlier than 11, but I know that's what I was told. So, we tried our best to make it work. But I got there around 12. And by the time I got there, this photo op situation wasn't a situation, right? So they were doing like these demonstrations. They had the thing, and I don't know if it was a social media person or a host or whatever. They were cooking, and I was like, cool, I'll stick it out. So of course I let my boss know, hey, I'm not at the account, but someone's there already. She said, not a problem. Because, if you're not at work, you don't get paid. This is how this works. So I want to say about an hour and 40 minutes. So then I left and went up the block to AMC to get popcorn buckets because I wasn't sure if they were going to sell out. Now, when I got to AMC, all the popcorn buckets were there. And we'll get back to the popcorn drama on the next live. But there was a lot of drama with the popcorn buckets. So I just knew, like, all right, boom, I have tickets. Just go get it. Da-da-da. Now, initially, I did have tickets for AMC. But in my wallet, it still showed that it was still there. But the point is, I got to go to concession. But honestly, 34th Street's they're not really bad about letting you go upstairs. But it is easier to go upstairs if you have a ticket, just saying. But every AMC is different. I learned the hard way. So I don't want to say go, you can get concession, whatever. And they could say no. And sometimes they do. So here are a couple of the photos from that day. When I said some of y'all showed up and showed out, I'm so proud of us. For anybody in a jacket or a turtleneck or a full-blown suit, let's give them some extra love. Let's give them some love because it was very hot that day. And I think that was another factor to what led to me having to leave. I said, one, I'm not getting paid. And two, the person that I think is going to show up, I'm sure they're going to show up because we knew by the fact that we couldn't do photo ops that more likely people from the set were going to come. Plus, we knew from Good Morning America, Pedro was there, other people, we knew they were here basically. So we're trying to stick it out. And so I know the guy who had the Herbie popcorn bucket, he had to go. He had a movie showing. He's like, I'm not going to miss my movie over this. And it was a lot going on. I know the girl with the 4, she had a movie showing, but she didn't have to leave as early as we did. Of course, I had to be at work. So I couldn't see everything, but it is what it is. This is towards the end of the event. So there was 2 groups dressed up as Fantastic Four. The group on the bottom with the guy with the purple Fantastic shirt, that was the first group I bumped into. I thought they were part of the freaking pop-up. And I have a clip. It's so funny when I realized you're regular people like us. So freaking cool. So then this group I met towards the end of the day, right? So even though the event ended at 7, I think the line cut off around 6:30. So thank God I was online by then. I was like, oh, thank God I left work a little early. Because I was going to stay at work as late as I could so I don't lose money. I was like, girl, just make up the time of the day. It's not that big of a deal. You're working 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Just pick another day to work longer. So here was the living room setup. Also, that background. Listen, where are y'all putting all these props? Dear Disney/Marvel, if you guys want to make my day, please donate that stuff to my apartment. I'm like, I've always loved this retro look. It's coming from the Jetsons, and it's crazy. Somehow the Jetsons' interpretation of the future is kind of correlated with the future. So even though this is a more of a mod 60s style, I just feel like some of the pieces can still be interpreted for modern, contemporary, futuristic styles. So lately, I've been buying pieces and/or related for my current living room, and I will definitely have posts about that. Make sure you follow this guy for the lore. I don't have any information. I don't have a queue up for him, but for the lore has what they call like prop finds that he finds on Amazon and other places. If you want that kind of like and/or aesthetic, which would complement this as well, especially when you see some of the pieces that I purchased. But I love this mod futuristic look. So love, 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 love. So I didn't get a lot of pictures because that was another thing. Let's get into some of the things that worked and didn't work. Of course, because we do a lot of, I always go to any pop-up event that's in my fandom, right? I kind of knew by the fact that they weren't letting us take pictures in the photo op part that clearly someone was on their way. In the meantime, let's give a shout out to the Thing, the person who was in that Thing costume at that crazy weather. He was around cooking, demonstrating, meantime, probably just waiting for Pedro and them to get there. So I was like, after I went to AMC, I come back because it's literally like up the block. I come back and still nothing's going on. So then people were like, oh, are you going to leave? I said, yeah, but stay around. My gut's telling me that, Pedro and them are going to come because they're here. They're in New York. And lo and behold, I don't know when they came, but they came while I was at work. So I think I was at work like from like 2:15 to like 6, something like that. Right? Something like that. But the point is, it was a small window. I was at work and all this stuff happens. Really? Really? So I miss Pedro. It is what it is. If I could do the day over again, I clearly should have just not been at work. But usually when they do pop-ups, oh gosh, it varies all the time. It is what it is. Like, you kind of have to take the day off. And I made the wrong call, but at least I met some really cool people. We exchanged Instagrams, TikToks, that kind of stuff, all our socials. And I'm sure we'll cross paths again. Our free gift was a black and white cookie. At first I was like, what? Why are we getting a black and white cookie? Once you see the movie, it's a movie reference, spoiler alert. And then some people said there were stickers and stuff. We didn't get that when I was there, and I was there like 3 times. So I don't know. After a while, I was just like, girl, just go to work, do better. Then, where's the other part? Oh, I'm going to give out a shout out to Logan. So Logan is a cosplay dog. His pet dad is Brian's, and I have their information there. I took some of their pictures. Of course, I'm in some of their pictures. Yay. But if you love pets as much as I do, especially dogs, make sure you follow Logan and Brian. Very nice people. We had such a good time. And I think that's what it's about. Like, just connecting with people and people in the fandom. New York, even though we're such a big city, it's rare we bump into each other unless there's fandoms. I started getting into the comic book fandom, I'm going to say about 2 to 4 years ago. I'm not sure. But so far, I've never bumped into nobody twice. So there's that. It's a big city. 5 boroughs. We're very spread apart. But still, you still connect with the socials. So here is a funny clip of me realizing these awesome people dressed up are not part of the actual pop-up. They're just like us. So here we go. So I just found out these people are not part of the freaking team. They're like real people. So what's your name?
Louis. Ali. Brandon. Raymond.
All right, if you were to pick a power from the Fantastic Four, what will it be? You first?
I gotta go with the Thing, that rock. Amazing.
All right. Okay.
Give it a bend, stretch, extend.
All right, Mr. Fantastic.
I'll be Johnny Storm, Firepower.
All right.
I'll be Galactus.
Oh, you should have known by the purple shirt, you evil mother. Well, that case, y'all. See you. This is what's up. All right, what's your favorite Fantastic Four character or power?
Character, Thing, power, probably Johnny.
So that was the extended part of the clips. I didn't tape as much. Waiting for Pedro. Oh my God, I just spilled water on me. Listen, my heart was devastated. Everything I've purchased has been Pedro driven. My cup, my first Little Caesars pizza box, the cereal. I don't know if y'all can see the cereal. Hold on. The only cereal I purchased was the one with Pedro. Now, just in case you're not familiar with my face or channel, I am a huge freaking Mandalorian fan. Like to a point where it's like, girl, you good? Are you good? So even though I haven't seen everything Pedro was in, you know, you're now in my Marvel universe. Heck yeah, I'm going to support. Honestly, though, I should see all the rest of his projects because I feel like The Last of Us, and there's some other things people mentioned. They were like, he's really good and all of that. But I digress. The point is, I wanted to see Pedro, and I missed him, so I'm devastated. But at least, like I said, we had a good time, and that's always cool. I also have a follow-up on the whole Pizza for Everything, Fantastic Four in one. Honestly, you know what? Let's first play the clip and then we can get to my thoughts on that. All right, let's go. All right, I'm not sure if you guys heard of the Little Caesars Fantastic 4-in-1 deal, pizza for everyone. It's not quite pizza for everyone. I'm vegan. But shout out to, I guess it was the manager. He made it work. Yeah, I had to pay a little bit more than $7.99, but he made me a pizza with just like onions and peppers. It can be vegan friendly, but you gotta just pay a little extra. But let's see how it tastes. Little Caesars, can you please create something for us vegans? Just like sauce. In this case, I got onions and peppers, maybe throwing some olives or something. And we can get like a promotional price too. This is really good, bro. And shout out for Little Caesars for making this possible. And most important, I got my box. I got the Pedro one right here. All right. Peace out. All right. So there's an update to this. I'll give you a little backstory just in case you guys are not aware of the whole issue with vegans and vegan tax and what does that mean. All right. I get why nobody caters to vegans, but I just want to like throw out some facts. So vegans are about 1 to 2% of the United States population. Nobody really cares about us. And also veganism is more of a activism / lifestyle versus like, a diet. It's more of an activism. So just follow me. So it's for the rights of animals and animal cruelty. And so, of course, if you are advocate of animals, you're not going to eat it. So some vegans might say, oh, I'm plant-based. So a plant-based person will not eat animals. However, they still might have like, they still will consume leathers and things like that. I definitely consider myself vegan. I buy as little as possible animal products, and my diet honestly is about 95% vegan. Once in a while, I know I've been given stuff that's non-vegan that I thought that was vegan. Long story, I'm vegan though. Like if I'm not eating something vegan, it's because it was out of my control. So anyway, I'm highly sensitive to cheese. I don't know why cheese makes me vomit, but it does. So I come to find out minimum 35 to 44% of United States people are lactose intolerant. So like my friend, she does eat meat, but she doesn't eat dairy unless like she's in a dire situation. For me, it makes me vomit or gives me diarrhea. I'm not going to ever want to crave something that's going to make me sick. Like, make this make sense. Now, if it's a small dose of like, let's say milk in a bakery, I'm not going to get sick. But cheese specifically, everything comes out. So I've never consumed cheese since I've gone vegan. Like my last memory of a pizza was literally throwing it up. And I've even tried to take the cheese off of pizza recently. I still threw up. I don't know what the issue is with me and cheese. It's just really bad. It's like bad. So with that being said, even if you don't care for the 1% of the vegans of the world, 35 to 44% is lactose intolerant. And the problem is for us to get like, let's say like a normal pizza for me, let's say if I'm at a Little Caesars, I usually pay like $14 for 2 slices. That is ridiculous. A whole pie can cost me up to 40 freaking dollars, bro. And so now that my finances are being compromised and I don't make as much as I used to, I can't afford a $30, $40 pie. I can't afford to spend $15 on 2 slices. Like, are you kidding me? So the whole thing with this came up. And of course, I Googled, do they have vegan options? And of course, people were like, no, but just order it without cheese, and certain doughs are vegan friendly. The only issue is we don't have that $7.99 promotion. So I was like, that's not fair. Why can't we just have a promotion with no cheese? So now here's where the update might be good or bad, or maybe it was always there. So someone correct me if you're aware of this. When I ordered a veggie pizza the other day, because I wanted the thing box, it's $12.99. When I went into the store and said, can I get that without cheese? She said, sure, no extra charge. Now, if you try to make a custom pizza, it's going to be about $15.99 versus the $12.99 price. So I don't know if that was always an option. When I try to order it online, because I don't have the app, but I have the online option, it would not do that. But in person, it did it. So if you're in this situation where you're like, hey, I would love a veggie pizza, but I don't want to pay $15.99, but the $12.99, ask in person. Like I said, it might be in the app, but I don't have the app yet. But it is what it is. If you do want a vegan cheese that is allergen friendly, I would suggest Good Planet. This one I found at Whole Foods. And so this is what it looks like with the cheese on, vegan cheese. So this is the Little Caesars veggie with the cow's cheese removed with the plant-based. Just in case you're like, oh, the best plant-based mozzarella cheese, in my opinion, is my Yoko's, the one that's made with the cashew nuts. But there are people in our family that has nut allergies, so I don't try to put stuff like that available. We've had a situation where someone didn't know there was nuts in something, and then like the holiday ended in the hospital. So we don't want that. But just in case you're just like, I personally did like it without the cheese, but I'm not gonna lie, it does taste better with the cheese on, the vegan cheese on. But it does taste good without it as well. So I tried it both ways. I ate it equally. You'll be so proud of me, y'all. I didn't eat the whole pie. I did not eat the whole pie. I've been eating this throughout the weekend, and it carries over into Monday. I'm getting better at eating portions. But that's the Little Caesars update. Hopefully in the app and the website that they will make this available, that whatever special they have, that you could just have the no cheese option without being charged extra. And like the guy was saying before, the four for Fantastic 4-in-1 is at a price because I guess they ship it in already done, so nobody has to make it. It's a long story, I get it, but with 35% of the U.S. population with the lactose intolerant, it would be nice that that's added. Like, it would just be nice. And that goes for all the pizza companies. Like, if you can't find a vegan cheese that can work with you at mass, then minimum, can I just have no cheese if it's vegan friendly? Because some doughs don't have eggs and some doughs don't have milk. So, all right. So we're done. We're done with that little rant. So I have a new poll. A couple of you guys have voted already. There is this conversation, Superman versus Fantastic Four, and it's a fair conversation. These are two comic book movies. They're both doing well in the box office. I didn't have the stats pulled up on the box office numbers. Let me see if I could pull that out real quick. But the point is, it's Marvel versus DC kind of energy. I will definitely share with which movie I preferred, but they were both really good. So that's why, either you have whatchamacallit, either you have like either you like Fantastic Four, Superman, or both. I'm sure for some people it's a tie. For me, it's not both, but I would say they're relatively close in terms of like how much I like them. But because I was late to the movie, not my fault, and there was other issues, I didn't get to quite focus on the movie the way I'm supposed to. So I will be seeing the movie again, and then I will have my review and my thoughts. But it's been an interesting conversation with the verses with the movies. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, so I'm looking stuff up now. It's saying it's right now. It's at. Hold on, I'm trying to get the most latest information so the numbers are more accurate. According to US Today, box office numbers. Hold on, it's talking about at least 118 million. I'm sure it's more than that, but yeah, we'll talk more about the box office numbers Tuesday. So here's a fun find. I'm not sure if you guys noticed. One of the guys in the clip had these blue Crocs, Fantastic Four. They are now available on my in my Amazon storefront. So if you're interested in the Crocs, you want to finance it through your Amazon card, or you're just like me, you just love anything from Amazon, you can find it there. And I got a t-shirt added. I didn't get too much stuff from Amazon because, for example, the little pin that I did get, I lost it. It's somewhere in here. So I ended up getting the Disney one, which I'm not going to lie is a lot better because you just throw it on a shirt and it's just like an instant fandom thing. And I did order the Pedro Pascal or Mr. Fantastic keychain, but it's not available yet. I'm like, wow, it's weird. I hate when they launch stuff, but it's not available during the launch. It's like, when am I going to see it? And then the t-shirt I got was from Five Below. So I honestly didn't buy much. I did get a lot of weird food stuff that was in my previous live. Like the Snapple, Fantastic Four, Pop-Tarts. That's the kind of merch I ended up getting. That wasn't my intentions, but I literally just bumped into it. So I was like, oh, $3, $5, $1, I'll just get it. But I'm probably not going to get a lot of like apparel. I do want to get a suit though, but not until I get to my goal weight. I definitely want to get a suit. And then, like most of my clothes has this color wave, even though this is the wrong blue. That was another thing. So we're all together at the event and we were all talking about like, oh, which one's the right color blue? Because some of the blue, I wish I had something as an example. It was like a little lighter than the Superman blue or the royal blue. So some of the merch came in that color wave. And then another group came like in this color wave, the color that I had. And I'm like, that's weird because this is coming from Hot Topic. We don't know what the right blue is. So I'm assuming the people that were wearing the actual suits is the right blue. Let me see, like right here. I'm assuming this is the right blue. So it's not quite royal blue, but it's not light blue. It's something in between. But it was like, why is it in like different variations of blue? What's the right Fantastic Four blue? But of course, if you saw the first movie, it is more of a darker blue like this. But I don't care. I couldn't come to work in cosplay, so there's that. The most I could do is come cosplay inspired. Sorry, I'm eating this daggone pizza. But it's that time, y'all. Because I would like to get some sleep. I don't have to be up early, but I do have to get up. It's almost midnight here. This is about, I forgot the running time, but it's under 2 hours. So I'll be in bed before 2. That's great. I am excited to watch this. Some of my research in this one was interesting. I don't know if this is a good movie or bad or something in between, but I have a feeling it's going to be challenging because I'm like, when they don't move forward with something, you just be like, oh, the numbers weren't that good. But what you're going to do is you're going to get a separate device. Let me just cue all the graphics up. Yay, graphics time. But I would like to thank everyone in New York who took time to be part of the highlights. Sometimes people do say no, and they did. Not at the event, but at the movie theater. I'm going to highlight the movie theater stuff Tuesday. I didn't get that much footage. We'll talk about that. Why? I was like, oh, thank God. I wasn't trying to vlog. Awkward. But we'll definitely talk more about the movie experience on Tuesday once we get everything in play. So I'm just get up my stopwatch and then we'll be good to go. There we go. So heads up, this is an ad tier situation. I know a lot of you guys are not crazy about the ads, and that's okay. That's why I do all the presentation stuff in the beginning. So you're like, if I don't want to see the watch party, at least all the information's in the beginning. But we will be ad tier for Disney Plus around December. So we're going to pivot a little bit, and most of our content's going to be coming from HBO Max or Netflix. I'm only doing this in the ad tier because for some reason, Amazon and other streaming services did not drop the price on the Fantastic Four stuff like how they did for Superman. Superman was smart. They dropped their prices significantly, so I brought all the Superman movies out. They're like $12, $14, $15, and I'm like, oh no, no, that's like $45 a movies, and I'm not even sure if I like them or will like them. And based on the internet buzz, I'm probably not gonna like them like that. So, so you're gonna see in the beginning ads, pause for ads, and then of course when we're watching the movie, you'll see that it's back up. But what the most important thing is to follow the timestamp because sometimes I do mess up on this part. So with that being said, I want you guys to press start because it is going to start with ads, and then, yeah, hopefully I won't fall asleep. Oh, actually, I didn't even queue up my Disney. So this is the surfing one, right? Yeah, the Silver Surfer. I believe it came out in 2007. It's the same cast from 2005. Marvel. That's funny. It's already queued it up for me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Disney. All right. Press play. Hold on. Press play. And we should be good to go. Ads first. I hope my iPad makes it. Got an old iPad. And I notice it's not charging the way it needs to be charging. Awkward. I know I shouldn't be eating this late, but this pizza is so good. I'm not sure if I'm going to get all the boxes, but at least I got the boxes I wanted. And it's also good that when we have pizza parties, instead of me spending $40 a pie, I could at least get a veggie pizza at a decent price. So I don't know if they added no additional charge recently or if it was always that way, but I'm here for a happy update. Don't be afraid to talk. Y'all being quiet today. You know what I will ask for next time? I'm sure I have to pay for it. Some extra sauce. I like to dip the crust in pizza sauce. All right. Mm. All right. Press start. We are now watching Silver Surfer. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What? What? Oh my gosh. Johnny is too funny. Johnny is so ridiculous. Oh, excuse me. Bourbon. Bourbon. Hey, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you. Did you get a chance to see the new Fantastic Four? Oh, okay. I saw it, but there was some I missed like minimum 10 minutes, so now I got to go back and see it again, but it is good. But we'll definitely uh I don't know if I'll do a spoiler review, but I'll definitely have a review Tuesday night. Glad I don't fall asleep. I'm done. Mr. Thing dancing. I'm weak. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful night too. 99% there will be a live on I Love Jackson channel Wednesday. Um, I'll be in my normal work schedule soon, so I'll be able to do both channels a little bit better. So anything, I'll see you on the other channel much earlier than this. But thanks, Eric. You have a good night. Oh, look at his fiance. Like, I know he lying. Johnny, it's all your fault. Johnny, you suck. Ah, look at Sue's face. Aggie. Oh, yeah, it's been nuts. That's an understatement. Between, I would say work is the number one issue, but officially I go back to my regular schedule soon, so we should be good to go. We got biopics, we got Michael's birthday, a lot's going on. Mm. I'm done. Oh, Dr. Dune is back. I'm weak. Wait, so you got Dr. Dune and you got Silver Surfer as villains? That's a lot of villaining. A lot of villain that's going on. Hi, Giga. Stanley. Hey, hey. Aw. Oh, Alicia from the first one still here. I'm assuming that's Thing's girlfriend. Hey, Gigs. Are you thirsty? Are you thirsty? Think. Give me a second. I'll give you water on the commercial. It's so hot in New York, and the dog goes to water so much in this kind of weather. How does she kiss somebody with rock lips? I'm weak. All right, pause. We are in a commercial, and I need to hold on. I need to give the dog some water, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Oh, let me turn the camera back on. Oh wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Oh my gosh. What kind? It's like a wedding disaster. Hey, what's up, Danny? Cuckoo night work, but I made it. I got through another crazy day. How's everything going with you? Ooh, semi sleepy, but not dangerously sleepy. Had a nice nap. Oh, let me see Sue's power. Oh, oh, it's all good. It's all good. All good. Just glad you came through. It's so crazy, like to been aware of a certain entity of Marvel, but never embracing it until now. So, what's up, Janya? I'm coming back to the Jackson Channel Wednesday. I know y'all want to talk about the biopic. I know you just want to talk about everything. My schedule gets easier with Gadgetry starting this week. So so I wish the biopic stuff was announced this week, but it is what it is. I was like, I'm here for Fantastic Four. What's good with you though, Janya? What's good? Oh, that's what's up. I saw it, but I missed my friend said I missed the important part at the beginning, so I'm gonna re-see it again this week. But I did like it, but I could tell I missed something important. So now we're doing this watch party and then the one from 2015 or 17, whatever. And then that's it. This will conclude our Fantastic Four week. Then I get a little bit of rest for a second. Oh, Silver Surfer. What the hell? Oh, oh. Okay. Yo, I heard interesting things about that one. I said, Lord, I liked the movie, but it felt like something was missing. So I saw a couple of reviews and what they call it, Easter eggs. And I'm like, I think it's gonna help me because I'm not saying I'm not a normie, I'm a casual fan. And sometimes when you have no idea what's going on, you're just like, but it is a good movie without the backstory. But I legitly missed like 10 minutes because of some drama at the concession stand. So I was like, I want to love the movie. I will say this though. I like the dynamic between the Thing and Johnny better with the weird banter in this than the newer one. But I love the chemistry better with Reed and Invisible Woman better in the newer one. Supposedly it was a Jack Kirby and Stanley Easter egg in the movie, but I didn't catch it. I think the Jack Kirby Easter egg, at least one of them, is that we were on Earth. I think it was 828, which is also Kirby's birthday. As the Easter egg for Stan Lee, I have no idea. But if, dang, let me see if I can look that up. What were, oh, Kurt, Jack Kirby and Stanley Easter eggs in Fantastic Four. There we go. They said, you know what? When we go on commercial, I'll pull the stuff, some of it up. Yeah, this, like, I'm not sure if you'll be able to do the review with me Tuesday, but I have questions as a casual fan. I just feel a little lost, and I didn't have that lost feeling with Superman. So, right, that's the only thing I know. Let me see what else. Why is Sue messed up? What the? Maybe at the right. So one, when you get a chance, if you haven't done it yet, same thing with you, Dan. Go on the community tab and vote. Did you like Superman more, Fantastic more, or the tie? Why is Sue on fire? Oh, they switch powers. They really didn't explain anything with what exactly Franklin Richard can do, the Silver Surfer or Galactus. They really didn't explain anything. Okay, so I don't feel bad because I was like, did I miss something because I was late? Like, what the? It's a four-way tie on the community page. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? I've never had a four-way tie with more than 10 people voting. I think 20 people voted already. I'm like, that's weird. Oh no. So what does Johnny look like? Oh wow. Oh. Oh. Oh, I was saying like I've actually ordered stuff from the um Andor. Like there's this guy named For the Lord and he finds stuff that's in our real world to buy it from. So I said I just ordered some furniture pieces and I'm like I really want a futuristic minimalist aesthetic. And I'm like, oh, this would be perfect if they could just bring all those stuff from the props from these pop-up shops to my house or apartment. The Fantastic Four and Superman movies are very similar in the way that they thrust you in the story with just little exposition and then they don't explain tons about the villain's motivation. The look of this movie was really nice, well done. Exactly. Exactly. That's just I can't wait for the review night so I can say a little bit more because like I said, I really can't be fair until I rewatch Fantastic Four. I'm sure my answer will still be the same, but I just want to make sure. Plus, I have some Easter eggs from New Rock Stars, Screen Crush, because I was just like, why do I feel the way I feel? But the movie's good. It's good enough for me to see it again, but it's just a different feeling. And I'm curious, what will the box office numbers look like? Because at the end of the day, Fantastic Four has the biggest advantage of Superman because it's following Superman. Superman, more likely, the numbers are going to start dropping now that everyone's probably going to go to see Fantastic Four. And I wonder if it's going to have, I really think Superman has a fun ability that Fantastic Four doesn't. And so I feel like that gives that high rewatchability thing for me. For me, I definitely feel like I have to watch it again to get it. Yes, but someone told me, they told me at work yesterday that once you watch it twice, you're going to be in a better headspace. I know. So I didn't get the Herbie bucket. I'm going to say yet because I'm not sure if I want to spend that kind of money. But I'm going back to AMC soon. So if it's there, maybe. And also on AMC is $57 versus $75 in the concession stand in New York. So I'm like, so what's the price? Is it 57 or 75? That's a lot of money. Okay, you're gonna see it again too. Good. Well, John, I don't know if you're gonna see it by Tuesday. If you see it again by Tuesday, definitely jump on a live if you could. I know we've done lives before. Superman finished ahead of Fantastic Four by 7 million, I think, as far as their opening weekend. Dude, if that's the case, then in my opinion, that's somewhat of a red flag because Marvel fans are way more mobile. I feel like Marvel fans are bigger than DC. How did DC make those numbers? With a very fractured, smaller fan base. Supposedly Herbie dropped an F bomb, but I didn't catch it. That's funny. I didn't catch it either. Huh. So I was like, And of course, when you watch other people's reviews, you'd be like, interesting. Not good or bad, just interesting. Oh, so is Galactus in this? If planets are disappearing? Doing well because of the American representation. It's not certain House of. I feel like Fantastic Four might have a better reception with overseas because Superman feels like real world things are being tied in. You know, it might be leaving people like, no, I'm not going to support this. but they're very good movies. I just feel like one, I don't know. But considering superhero movies usually make a crap load of money, I'm surprised. I'm surprised by both Fantastic Four and Superman. Let me check Superman numbers. I know I checked it earlier yesterday, and it still hasn't even made the 500 half a million mark yet, or half a billion. Sorry. What are Superman box office numbers? Oh, okay, it made the half a billion. That's cool. Yes. Marvel movies are a trusted brand with fans. So you would think the numbers would be bigger than Superman's. That's why I was like, oh, shade. But like I said, I feel like Fantastic Four will have the biggest advantage because one, oh, we could definitely talk about that on a commercial where I think they'll have the biggest advantage in terms of the marketing. Superman crossed the 500 million mark this week, and that's what the studios said would be happy with. That's impressive considering they're competing with Fantastic Four, and that's also telling. Did Marvel do too little, too late? Critically, it came Fantastic Four, well shot, good story, good, better plot. No shade to Superman. Less going on, and your marketing has been epic, especially with the food and brand partnerships and the organic reach with kids. But we'll definitely talk about that in the commercial for sure. What do you see more as far as brand association? Superman, my opinion, I think Fantastic Four wins, but it wasn't because of their marketing team. We'll definitely next commercial get into that because I'm like, huh. But they both did their thing on marketing. I didn't want to see neither one of these movies, and I went because I was like, usually, especially like, actually DC, I never go see the movie theater. Ooh, we're in commercial. Perfect. Hold on. It's paused. All right. All right. So, what I think Fantastic Four has over Superman in terms of marketing, there was this kid that came on my timeline and he had like that song with Travis Scott. And he brought a Fantastic Four sweater and he puts the four up. The next thing you know, people are going to Hot Topic, just buying the outfits. And then once we were in New York and they had like the stuff come out and the kids like legitly were wearing it, I'm like, it's still a thing. And it was, they call that organic marketing, right? Now, if they paid him, we don't know, but he seems to be like a regular person who posted and made it a thing. Superman, we have some organic marketing with that song, because I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am. But it's not like Fantastic Four. They had that reach before the movie came out. So the kids were like, oh, I'm showing up in my Fantastic Four stuff. And it seems to be more of a connection with younger people. But I was just like, but they both companies did their thing with the marketing. Plus, Fantastic Four has more reach with the pizza and the Snapples and the Pop Tarts. Oh wait, it's back on. All that stuff makes a difference in terms of connecting. I forgot what it's called, but like it's like it creates FOMO. Like, oh, I want to know like what it's about, this, that, and the third. Oh, oh, Victor's back, y'all. But I don't know. I mean, it was both effective on both sides because I went from, oh, I don't want to see it. Honestly, I wasn't going to see Superman until like that cheap Tuesday. And Fantastic Four, I was like, do I really want to see this? Because I never liked Fantastic Four. I like it now, though. I love it. The movie. That's one thing, the movie I can say. I love Fantastic Four now. Like I said, maybe I'll get a couple of figures in here. But I would say Fantastic Four has the best organic reach, and they also have the best branding partnerships. Yes, it's cute. You did a milk partnership with Superman, but I was like, it's not a brand I would give my dog. No shade. And then they had like, it was all right. But Pop Tarts, Snapples, Little Caesars, yeah, I'll rock that. I'll support that. The ending of Superman had me leaving. Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. Like, there's something about Superman that I'm like, I just feel so hopeful, so inspired. Want to be a kinder person. Like, it just, even though it's about, they have commonality, but it just comes off different. Like Fantastic Four, it's a little bit darker. I'm like holding my breath. Like, I mean, of course, like Superman, you're holding your breath too because Lex Luthor was such a jerk. You're like, dude, is he gonna make it? When did Victor come back, and why? Say, didn't you try to kill me and my whole family? Go play in traffic, bro. Exactly. Johnny's like, why are we working with this monster? Like one of the things, and I won't say which YouTuber said it, but they were pretty much like saying like, oh, Fantastic Four is way better than Superman. And I'm like, if we're going to go toe to toe about plot line, this, that, and the third, okay, maybe. But it's how Superman made you feel though when you left the freaking theater. Spoiler alert, Superman won that, my opinion. Exactly. When I say I went nuts with Superman merch, I went nuts. I got 3 popcorn buckets, three cups. I got the flying crypto. I got couple of t-shirts. I got the pin set. I mean, I don't get it twisted. Like I said, when I get to my goal weight, yeah, sure, I'll get me a Fantastic Four jumpsuit. Why not? They're super cute. And like I said, this is the casting of this first steps is really, really good. I love the aesthetics. I love those things, but I don't know like how I feel. And Susan as a mom protecting her baby is awesome. Like everyone knows a mother's love to that level. Not everyone. Some people's mothers are not as maternal, but most people can relate to that mother, that mama bear. Like, I'm going to protect my cub. That was cool in that way, but I don't know if I'm going to be running back a gazillion times to see it. I almost bought the thing Funko Pop, but I held off. So, plus the merch has been interesting. Like if you go on Amazon and you try to get the Funko Pops, at least on Amazon, it's in pre-sale. Why is your merch not matching up with your movie? Like that's aggravating. Like by the time some of this stuff comes out, it'll be like freaking fall. I'm not saying I'll be over it, but we'll be moving on. How do you guys feel about the chemistry about Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman in this movie? I'm like, compared to the newer with Pedro and I forget her name. Right? Susan crushed it. She crushed it. They did have Pedro Reed Richards use his power much to these two comparisons. Yeah. It would have been nice to see more of his stretchy ability in the newer one. Plus, I love how like Richard's intelligence was the real superpower, and I guess that really is. I mean, stretching is a cool power, but being smart enough to outsmart your enemies is even better. I didn't realize how strong Susan was. Susan was. Well, I was like, bruh. I brought the relationship. Vanessa Kirby was probably the best thing about the movie. I love the version of Reed and Susan Kim. Yeah. I wonder though, what was the behind the scene drama with the Fantastic Four having its third? I mean, I know Fox was part of the drama, but your third reboot, all in a matter of like what was it, 15 years? The first one came out 2005. No, it was 20 years. The first one, I said, dang, get it together. It's giving me Batman energy. You know how there's always a different Batman every couple of years. You're like, what? The new version. Pedro's awesome, and I didn't expect that because one, he's not a white man, and two, like you know him from other things, like tougher things. Pedro did a really good job. I believed he was this intelligent scientist, Mr. Fantastic, not fantastic, right? It is fantastic. Wait, I'm mixing up Superman. There's Mr. Terrific, Superman, Mr. Fantastic. Right? Spider-Man's another hot mess too. That takes you out. Spider-Man's lucky though, because most of us, probably 80 to 90% of us, love Spidey from my childhood. So we'll take it on the chin. We'll take it. But I feel like when you have like Fantastic Four, which basically their main issue for me was just really bad graphics, it's like, bro, get it together. The action sequence with the chase in space was my favorite scene. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to see this again. I'm going to make sure I'm there early. I'm probably not going to get concession because that concession messed me up. And it was so, when I say it was chaotic, everybody was, where's the Galactic popcorn bucket? And then it wasn't there, and there were meltdowns going on. And when I did go to the movie theater that Sunday, remember I went a few days ahead, that Galactic bucket wasn't even there to buy early. It was only the car, and I got this bucket too, but I chose to get it that day. I knew this wasn't going to sell out. I knew what the internet was looking for, and it wasn't this one. So I said, I'll just get that day, eat the popcorn there, and get the car earlier so I don't have all these popcorn buckets in a 4D movie. Yeah. The new Fantastic Four had a lot of things going for it. But we definitely got to talk more on a review, like why I'm just like, why don't I have that same excitement I did with Superman? I wonder like how much the old Fantastic Four suits go for, which I honestly are nice. They are nice. If someone gave me one, I'd take it. That Fantastic car was really sweet as well. Both the popcorn bucket and the vehicle, and absolutely, I just love that era. I just love that 60s mod era. Like I got some cute boots for my cosplay, and then I was walking around the city with them just as like a regular person, and people were like, I love your boots. It's just such a vibe. Did you notice the humor was very dialed down? Yes, but I'll be honest, that was part of me not, you know what I'm saying? Like coming from Superman, it was just so, I loved it. They dialed it down a lot. Galactus had a terrifying presence in the movie, great tone, which I appreciate because I feel like DC villains have a tone that make you know to fear them. Like I mean, you're terrified of Lex Luthor. I mean, their villains are really villainy. The Engineer, but Galactic, especially when he was walking on their planet, I said, "Oh hell no!" My friend said in the comic book he's even bigger than that. Like he literally eats planets. They were telling me. Look at Silver Surfer, this crazy Momo. I herald the Galactic. Mm. Wow. Since I'm taking a day off from YouTube, I'll definitely will rewatch this because now I know who the Silver Surfer is. I know this Silver Surfer is different from the one in the movie, but still, the minute I saw him, I said Galactus got to be like pretty much adjacent to this. Like he can't be far behind. Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. Why does Victor look normal again? I gotta give AMC their props. Their popcorn is delicious. Yes. Heck yeah. I would say they had a lot of things working for them, but something was missing. That's why I said I need to rewatch this again before I say like my full thoughts. I was like, something's like, I was like, cinematography, check, costumes, check, casting, check, 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 villain, check, motivations, clear enough. Why am I feeling this way? Why do I feel empty? I feel empty. And I think coming from, right, the popcorn is so good, especially compared to Regal. Woo. What I'm finding, Janya, maybe next time we need to figure out how to meet up because we live in the same city. I'll be like, what you doing? At least for the Tuesday nights. I don't know. Like it's interesting. Like I like after coming out of Thunderbolts, like Thunderbolts really resonated with me. I was like, dang, I think I need therapy. Like, and then of course Andor made me feel like being a rebel, and Superman gave me hope. What am I feeling with Fantastic Four? If anybody can resonate with what I'm saying, because I'm like, is it me or I'm missing feeling something? Right? And then it's funny, they're kind of stingy with their popcorn, their butter. So I'd be like, bro. So I'd be taking extra butter from AMC and just bring it inside Regal. Yeah, and I think Thunderbolts is streaming. Next superhero movie, we gotta hook up. I'm trying to think who else are the MJ Marvel fans. I know there's a handful of us. Oh, Dominique and her husband. There's a handful of us where we're part of two fandoms. They all live in New York. I think Thunderbolts, I mean, it doesn't hit with everybody, but I think you'll get it because I know you from my other channel and the things you share. And I'm like, I just like how it made me feel something. Ironheart, I was a little lost because I didn't know who the hell Mephisto was, and it started good, and then like for me, I was like, well, who the hell's Mephisto? Well, I know now, but I didn't know then. How are they able to capture Silver Surfer? I mean, then again, between Dune and Mr. Fantastic, these are two brilliant minds. What, you cheating on your husband, girl? What are you doing? I herald the Galactic. Oops. Hold on. I don't know where this popcorn was. Huh. Hold on. Okay. I got so much popcorn from buying these popcorn buckets. And I can tell my staff wants me to share the rest of my popcorn because they were like, the popcorn's gone. I'm like, okay, hint, bring more popcorn in. It's definitely going to, I'm sorry. I'm definitely going to enjoy seeing Fantastic Four in another movie like Secret War and Doomsday. Very much waiting either Hulk fighting or teaming up with the Thing. Heck yeah. Where I hope we can get back to Savage Hulk and move away from Professor Hulk. A lot of people want that. Don't forget Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yo, listen. First of all, I think Spider-Man Day comes up, I think, August 1st. Am I at work? So I can get me a fit together. Yes. So, but I know for the movie, my goal is to come up as a Spider-Man character, whether it's Gwen or Miles Morales or Spider-Man. I don't have a Spider-Man suit. I'm still working on getting in shape. And based on how long, commercial. Hold on. Oh no, where's it's so many windows open. Pause for those that yeah, based on how long this weight loss is coming, probably next year realistically I'll be at my goal if I don't fall off. But so far I've been really good at just staying consistent. And the Punisher, yes, they're re-releasing all the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, and shut up, Danny. Oh my gosh. Shut up. You know I'm going to be there. But you know what's so this is the part where I get aggravated. I understand they can't release the Spider-Man movies in August for at least the International Spider-Man Day because it's going to be a conflict with Fantastic Four. But if you are the owners of these IPs, like, for example, I have a YouTube partner and her name is Tori from Invincible Jacksons. We get on the phone sometimes for hours just making sure how to like format our YouTube channel so we can work with each other. Things don't conflict. We know what's going on in the Jackson family fandom, and then we do content based on that. With that being said, y'all could have released this at an earlier time. Hold on. It's back on. Continue. But the point is, like, get it together. Imagine having the Spider-Man movies out during the freaking Spider-Man week. Get out of here, bro. It would have been epic. Get it together, marketing people. Because they pay you a lot of money to be like that kind of well-versed in your fandoms and what you're doing. Marketing is about timing and taking advantage of an organic fandom. Right? Listen. And I have a Spider-Man dress with a freaking, I have the big backpack. So I can wear the backpack. Thanks. 2T in the building. Yeah, we're sorry we're so quiet on my other channel. But it's been so quiet. And then, of course, the one thing that would have made a great live, I was like, Fantastic Four's coming out. I'm not dealing with this. Like, am I doing it? It's in Batman Day, September. Absolutely. It's usually mid-September. It doesn't have a same day. I think it's every third Saturday or something. Don't quote me. But you want to laugh? I do have a Spider Girl outfit because it's a Michael Jackson, or Spider-Man outfit because it's a Michael Jackson reference. So, granted, I cannot wear that to work. I can wear the Batman socks, to the black and yellow wave. Look at Mr. Doom Doomin'. But I'm big on geek socks. I would say my new favorite things is geek socks with geek matching pins, especially with my new job's dress code. But what's really cool about where I work, they do like the pop of my personality come out in a professional tone. And not for nothing, I do like it myself. Don't get me wrong, give me a hoodie and some Crocs any day. Wait, why is he on the surfboard? I'm surfing on that surfboard. Wait, why is Dune on the freaking surfboard? What did I freaking miss? Holy. We combining powers now? Spider-Man is my guy. He's from Queens, just like me. My favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man and Batman. And Batman is my favorite DC. Okay. My favorite, oh, this is tough. I'm going to have to say Wolverine. I love X-Men to a fault, but my first love was Spider-Man. But don't tell Spider-Man I'm cheating on him with Wolverine. DC. It struggles between Batman and Superman. And again, my first love was Superman. I'm gonna say my favorite character was Batman, but this new corn sweat freaking Superman, he hit so different. He hit so different. So I don't know. What's up, Dev? They could have brought the old Fantastic Four, but the Sue Storm in 2025 is not good. I don't feel Sue Storm's the remaining cast could have brought back and recast Sue Storm's audience would have been baffled. Well, like I said, it's a mess with Fantastic Four, and I guess they're trying to fix it. In my opinion, even though Pedro did a good job in the new Fantastic Four, I think they casted him because he's the hot kid on the block, and it worked. Because I think I would have never went to see Fantastic Four in the theaters if it wasn't for Pedro Pascal keeping that real with you, right? Wolverine, that's my boo thing. Like I literally cried. I don't know if you guys saw Logan, but for those who saw Logan, then you understand why I was crying. I was crying. It was unreal. I heard people say they were underwhelmed by the post credit. I loved it. We were screaming. Actually, I'm going to make a short. And have it part of the next live, but I'll just blur out why people were screaming. We were screaming. I don't know. It would have been. I loved it. Pedro has 3 movies in the theaters right now. I know they had a funny TikTok about it. I only saw one movie though. But maybe on one of those discount days, I'll check out the rest of his movies. I just don't care to do regular movies in the theater. It's just too much of an effort. Right? Logan had me weak, like literally weak. I was like, why? I got a nice gift from my meltdown too, because some Fox executives saw my YouTube post. So they sent me these nice posters. I was like, yes, it pays to be a crybaby online. Even though I didn't plan to cry. Like I remember my boyfriend at the time, for some reason he didn't go with me. But I remember I went with my brother, mother, and my aunt and mom. Brother, mother, aunt, and myself. It was 4 of us. I come back crying. He's like, what's wrong with you? And so, of course, he saw my review on it, and then I was crying. He was like, yo. I love the second post credit with the animation. Reminds me of the old fancy. Yeah, but I don't understand the second post credit. I was confused. But I promise you guys, in the days that I have off, definitely going to rewatch this. And then I definitely want to like keep looking at Easter eggs and stuff. Because I was like, this is just one time I just don't. As much as independent as that movie is from the NCU, I just felt like I needed more of the villains, and I don't know. But then again, that's my personality. I always want to like dig into stuff. The actor from the 1994 Roger, yes, but I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it, but I saw it in the Easter egg. I believe there's 2 actors from the 1994 unreleased movie. Where's that unreleased movie though? Can you watch it? Is that still unreleased? And they paid $1 million to do that movie. And I said, and it was unreleased. 1994 unreleased. I want to know where that movie is. Is it released now? Fantastic Four movie. It is not an official release. Oh, but it's pirated copies. Can you stream it? Why don't they release it? Come on, Disney. Come on. Oh, that's what's up. What? I think it did. Also, the post-credit scene from Thunderbolts didn't factor into this new one at all. I think it did, but I don't want to talk about the post-credit live. I think it's very connected. Don't make us have to do a Thunderbolts watch party. Cause according to y'all votes, our next group of watch parties is DC related. Honestly, anything doing with Marvel, I think I'm just going to save it to next year once we're completely out of the ads here. Plus, it makes sense to do Marvel stuff next year, preparing for Doomsday. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yo, Victor's a jerk, bro. He was like, this is for breaking up with me. It's giving me Lex Luthor pettiness breakups. Wow. I wonder what I remember I asked a question in Ketchup. So the question I asked in the description bar, is it really bad as the internet says, or is it underrated Marvel Gen? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I was like, what was my question? They were the rock stars of the universe, like the Jacksons. So they had their own popular cartoons. That was the snippet of it. I couldn't get into it, Janya. I don't know why I did not like them as a kid at all. And then like my brother. So at the time there was 3 of us. It becomes 4, but later on in life, because one of my brothers is like 15 years younger than me. But the other ones, they were very close in age. So it was my sister, the tomboy. Very important. I mentioned that. The brother, the geek, and then me. You know, the Barbie crybaby, right? The way that my parents did it, we had 2 TVs. One was for us, one was for them. So we had to vote on the television shows. I always lost. And I was always forced to see things I didn't want to see, including stuff like this. For some reason, I hated the freaking the Fantastic Four. I don't know what that was about. Because everything looked cheesy back then, so it can't be over graphic. I just couldn't resonate with it. Well, actually, I don't know. Just didn't like it. But now that I'm like being reintroduced to the whole backstory of the Fantastic Four, I'm all in. But I'm like, as a kid / teenager, hell to the nah. That retro futuristic thing got me hyped. Yeah, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's the reason why it might work for me. I mean, even though I think the cartoons, one of them was kind of retro-like. But like I said, the technology is now able to catch up with the vision. I was like, I really don't care for it. There's certain things that resonate with normie / casual fans better than like sweaty comic book nerds. I feel like it's 2 different energies. Like the guy that I was with yesterday, my coworker, he's a sweaty nerd. And he was but he didn't see Superman though. But he was like, no, he said, Trisha, I need you to go watch that movie again before you do a review. He said it's a really good movie. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I just feel like I don't feel nothing. And I feel like I got, oh, dad, She died, bro. Why? Why is she? Why is she dead? Yo, you should have never broke up with Victor. Just kidding. Victor was a jerk. He would have killed you anyway. Oh. I'm surfing on that surfboard. Oh. Oh. Even this one got me feeling a little bit more. I can't. What is wrong with me in the new Fantastic Four? I never seen the Incredibles, which many people say that this made the best Fantastic Four movie before the latest came out. I think you would like the Incredibles. I haven't seen them all, but I saw enough to understand the comparison. Oh, I wish we had more time. Oh God. Like to be on the movie release fly in the wall. I said, you guys got a lot of stuff wrong. And you're forcing the fans to rush through things instead of marinate through things. When you marinate on stuff, then you're more invested. People are buying merch. At the end of the day, it's about making money, right? At least for them. I'm not talking about us. I mean, them. We don't make money off of this stuff. They do. But the way you are, it's like we're just running. But I think the next thing to come out, well, actually, it's two things. It's Peacemaker season 2. So not The Boys. There's a spin-off of The Boys that comes out in September. I'm not going to do watch parties for it because I really need to get back to my other channels. But The Boys spin off. Oh, nice. September 2025. Oh, Gen V. Gen V. So Gen V's coming out, but I guess if I see it, it just won't be watch parties. Just chill out. Just see it on the go. I was watching John Campia's spoiler review today. It's great to see that super genre got people going back to the theaters again. Honestly, can I keep it real? I feel like the superhero movies are just, for me, top tier entertainment because it brings out a fandom, and then that fandom makes it fun to go to the theaters. I'm like, I love a good independent movie. It's something that makes you think, something that makes you feel. But it's like, oh my God, the experience is so adultly boring. I'm like, I can't do this. I'll be locked in for season 2. I've never seen Peacemakers, but James Gunn said it's like it comes right after Superman. So I was like, oh, we might have to check that out. Oh, Susie's back. Yay. I like anything that has a fandom and then I get to act a fool and have fun. Hey y'all, the movie's almost over. I didn't fall asleep. You know what I noticed about movies from back then? They're way shorter, and I ain't mad about it. This thing was like an hour and a half. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I didn't see I don't see anything replacing comic book movies, maybe video game movies. Absolutely agree with that. But I think it will still be a little while they're doing they're you know what else is taking over anime stuff. I noticed like younger fans really love anime. I try to get into it because my nephews be like, Auntie, did you see Auntie? Auntie? And I be like, I like some anime, but I don't love it. They love it. And I think that there's something they're working on an anime series coming out soon. Because I feel like when you go to the movies, sometimes you just want to be in a in to see something you wouldn't see in everyday life. Fantasy, fiction. That's why I think Star Wars does well, Star Trek does so well. It's fictional. It's something magical, something different. I can't get into anime. I think you have to grow up with it or something. But did technically we did grow up with it. Isn't like Voltron and stuff? Is it Voltron? We had anime in the 90s. It's just like when my brother, he loved that kind of stuff with me. I liked it. I'm like, I mean, I could watch it, but I don't love it. I know a film that will get a lot of box office numbers and be set to be released next year. Ha ha ha. But they have a fandom, John, and you know we're gonna come with our gloves, with our freaking fedoras. We're coming out. Oh my, I heard no, listen, isn't Dragon's Den is my favorite anime. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm lost in that. Voltron was around, but wasn't really mainstream at the time. It was from my brother. And I watched it. I actually did like Voltron a lot, but it's just like, and it's funny, my nephews, they're all anime. So when we went to Comic Con the last couple of years, I noticed the stuff featured was anime stuff, and I said, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Ah, look, Fantastic Four, yay! Oh, y'all are the best. Y'all made this night go seamless. All right. Those were in the 90s, I think. Yeah. It wasn't my thing. Even though there was a lot of anime in the 90s that were considered somewhat successful. They had their runs, but I'm like, just wasn't for me. And it still doesn't resonate with me at all. I'm like, maybe one day I'll be there, maybe not. If you see me doing anime content, I'm like, it's just never been my vibe ever. All right. Yo, dude, you already know. I got a whole Super Mario wardrobe. You already know. I'm nervous about Zelda though. I think Zelda is a freaking girl now. I'm like, what? I know Zelda they working on as well, but I really don't have thoughts on this. Even though I didn't fall asleep, we were chatting it up. But so far, the movies doesn't seem to be as big as a disaster as the internet's saying. But I'm sure when I see the rewatch, I'll try to understand what the issue was. But didn't suck, so this is a good start there. Transformers, GoBots, GI Joe, Thundercats is life. Silverhawk, and then the Fox Kids Marvel stuff, as well as Batman animated series was life. And I hope Zelda's good. Fingers crossed. Nervous about Zelda, but I'm ready for that one. So I'm literally right across from me is my Zelda messenger bag. I'm ready. I have a lot of not a lot of t-shirts, but enough just that I don't have to buy no new clothes for Zelda. So maybe I'll have the thoughts about this when we have the live next Tuesday coming. Yeah, the hate on the Fox Marvel is way over exaggerated. I would say one of the best things that came out in the 90s was X-Men. X-Men, bro. That's when I said, I like this superhero stuff a lot. Like, so, and I did like the animation Batman. I actually just like Batman in general. That's why I was like, eh, I still struggle. What's my favorite character? I'm just gonna give it a tie to Batman and Superman. That's tough, right? Heck yeah. Um, Batman Mask of the Fountain is good. A lot of stuff from Batman in general is really good. Remember the Gotham series on Fox? Like almost anything Batman is popping. I heard Penguin on HBO was amazing, which I didn't see because I don't have HBO yet, but I will have in a few days. But I was just like, I would say anything Batman, you can't go wrong. The only issue with Batman is we don't want to see the pearls hit the floor anymore. I'm tired of you guys rebooting it. I'm tired of you guys coming up with different Batmans. But Batman is top tier. It's kind of like the Spider-Man of DC. It's just always solid. You can't go wrong. So, oops, sorry. We'll definitely come back to thoughts on this movie, but the next live. So the next live, we're going to highlight the very small fan event on Tuesday. If Janya or Danny want to jump in for the review of Fantastic Four in the movie theaters, go for it. Let me know. I can hit you guys up separately for the links. But yeah, I guess literally got no thoughts, and I'm a little tired. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I took a long nap, and I'm like, "Why are you so sleepy, sis?" Right. Rest in peace to the GOAT. Heck yeah. Yo, you guys, Danny got me hyped for that Spider-Man in the theaters, bruh. Bro. I even have a Spider-Man popcorn bucket, bruh. Oh man, I cannot wait. Looks like you had a lot of fun at the pop-up. I really did. I really, really did. Like, it was like, I don't do a lot of Comic-Con or comic type things at all. But my friend had hit me up. He's like, yo, Madison Square Garden got a pop-up. Because that's another thing. We didn't even know about the pop-up. We didn't see it on Marvel. We didn't see it on any socials from the official sites. So then I went over there. I was there when they building up at lunchtime. I said, that's what's up. And then after work, I came there. Everything was set up. That's how I got the times. Then I got all the information out. One thing I learned, though, from the pop-up situation is people really do value, like, information like that. Because a lot of people, like I said, none of us knew about this until we saw other people's socials. So moving forward, when I hear anything going on, and on any of my, things, whether it be Michael Jackson, comic books, Dr. Sabi books, get that information out, because you would think people would know about it, but they just don't. You got to stumble. You got to be in the right area. But I think my friend said his train, he lives in Jersey. He said his train's there. So that's how he saw it. So yeah, that pop-up was amazing. And like I said, like Fantastic Four does have this over Superman. They have a lot of organic reach with the youth, and you know how it is. I find younger people are more open to dress up and be silly. And listen, as someone who's part of Gen X, I never let that part of my personality die. Minimum, I'm coming with a t-shirt. You only have one life. Enjoy it. Like, really enjoy it. It's okay to be serious too. And there's times where it's relevant, but if it's a day off, have fun. And Junior will tell you, we live in New York. New York has a lot of whimsical events. And I'm like, why do we act so serious as an adult, knowing adults really don't exist? What are we doing? The perception of being mature. Come on, shut up, sit down. Like, enjoy. I don't know yet. So I will go to Comic-Con if Corn Sweat's there or Tom Wellens is there. Definitely if what's that guy's name? Hayden Christensen comes back. I only do Comic-Con for meet and greets. Who else would make me get out my house? Basically, the Supermans would make me get out the house. And of course, Darth Vader, Lord Vader. On my case, Anakin Skywalker, because I'm a Jedi, not a freaking. Um, but I might go to Comic Con and just stay outside to see how many people are going to dress as a Fantastic Four or Superman. We were talking about that at the pop up. We were like, what do you think is going to be the biggest cosplay? So someone made a good point. They said they think Superman's going to be a great cosplay for someone who's by themselves, but Fantastic Four with friend groups will probably be a big thing. So I'm like, I wonder, because I noticed whatever's popping that year, that's what you'll see at Comic Con in bulk. So, are you doing Comic Con this year? I'll keep you posted. Like, if I'm going, I'll let you know what day. Maybe we can meet up, because I was like, it's just based on the meet and greets. Yeah, you gotta have fun. Life is so serious, and sometimes it gets really sad. And it's just like, I could have a crappy day, but if I do something fun, like go to the movies, whether it's the movies in my house or movies outside, or if I do something like weird, not weird, but whimsical, it brightens up the energy. I know I mentioned this in our review a few days ago for the Superman documentary, Superman. Like my best friend had told me recently, she said, when you wake up, think about like something to be grateful for and thankful for. It helps push the day a little bit, just a little, make it a little bit easier. So it's not saying dismiss your feelings. If you're feeling like crap, cry, get it out. But it's like when you're continuously depressed or continuously grieving, that energy stays, it lingers. So like now, like I wake up and then I'm always like, I'm usually grateful for a roof over my head and food. Because I remember like when I was younger, I've been on my own since I was 22. I used to have days where I used to go to bed hungry because I couldn't afford to eat. So every day I'm so grateful for food, because I'm like, thank you. I mean, clearly I eat too much now, but I'm still grateful. Like I remember not having food. So, and I've known people who don't have homes, like living in New York and seeing so much homelessness. Like I'm always grateful to have a roof over my head. And so you start your day with gratitude. It just helps push the energy just a little bit better. But it's crazy. If James Gunn comes, I would definitely show up. Did you guys see the one in God, George Lucas did his first Comic-Con? Yo, Star Wars Theory put up his post. You could feel the love. I was like, the old me would have put it on my credit card, but I was like, nah, man. If it's meant for you to meet George Lucas, it's gonna happen. I just can't keep like going broke. It's different when you support people and it's your own city, but to go to a whole different state, hotel, Ubers, it's not happening. I'm not saying it's not happening. It's not happening yet. I don't have it yet. So I think at SDCC they had Peacemaker stuff. I did see that. Um the this guy was with guns too, the guy. John Cena, I think his name is. Yeah, man. I'm thinking it. Yeah, I only go if I can meet someone that I've always wanted to meet. Like the main people I met already, which was Billy D. Williams, the guy who plays Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor, and I met Hayden. Hayden by far is my favorite. I would like to see Mark Hamill, but I don't know if he's doing the con circuit anymore. George Lucas. My list with Star Wars is not. Oh, the people from Andor. If Luna's there or the Genevieve's there, I'll pay for that. But there's some actors I wanted to meet from the Andor crew. Not too many. I think it's just two people. So yeah, heck yeah. Yo, I knew about that in real time, and I was just like, and then I saw like, and then like the biggest issue is it doesn't even guarantee you'll get in the panel. So I was like, you know what? Just watch, live through other people's lenses. I'm not doing it. Yeah, John Cena. I didn't see that yet. What I might do since I'm off, I'm off tomorrow from YouTube. Um, definitely catch up with that because I'm like, George Lucas, I love you. Like, I love him. Like that Meet the Maker. He's so talented and has brought together some of the most creative, brilliant minds to do Star Wars. And for that IP to be so successful, like 40 plus years later, that's a flex. Definitely my favorite IP, hands down, is Star Wars. Star Wars, Marvel. I feel like I'm missing something. I gotta look around the room. Star Wars, Marvel, Nintendo, then DC Comics. But if DC Comics gets their life together, I could upgrade them to the top three because I was like, y'all messed up DC so bad. So bad. Like, I love their CW shows and their Fox shows, but I'm talking about the movies. What's wrong, Giga? Oh, all I heard was a noise. I was like, you good? So I don't know. But we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. I have my schedule for this channel. I think we're gonna. I don't want to reveal what you guys pick, but it's gonna hint. You guys pick something from HBO, so we're gonna do the HBO request of the viewers. Then me and Tori from Invincible Jackson will be doing for the rest of the year Cobra Kai, and then next year we'll start preparing for Supergirl. But don't get me twisted. Like, if you guys want more DC content, then I'll figure out how to do it. Like, do both DC and Cobra Kai. Because I was like, you DC people are mad dope. I feel you. Oops. I really would love to see the continuation of Captain EO in the future. Can we call that? Yes. So what is canon about Captain EO is that furry thing. And according to Mark Hamill, Captain EO is canon. There's I actually have footage on one of my lives. Like, he literally said that. So we don't know if they're going to continue incorporating Captain EO and his creatures into future projects, but that was really cool that we saw that very recently with oh god, what was the name of that series? Oh, I completely forgot. You can tell I'm tired. I'm legitimately tired. More content, yes. Thank you. Janya, shut up. I love you. I appreciate it because I love what you do too. Thank you. I'm getting my life together. I'm finally learning how to like navigate through stress and life things. I mean, there's always going to be something unforeseen. Like, nothing's perfect, but considering this is one of the toughest years I've had in a long time, I was just like, my mom would not want me to continuously, like, my family was big on not having excuses. Like, my father be like, no excuses, solutions. So like, my mom and dad were like, nah, you're always going to have obstacles. You have to push through that. So I'm trying to honor my parents in that way, because unfortunately it's always something. Either someone died, or I get sick, or work. I had to work 14 days in a row recently. And I was like, y'all been cool. You let me fall asleep on the lives. Or you could understand them where I can't make it. If I can't make it, that's me passing out. It just is what it is. You can watch. We did see it on YouTube. I just gotta look it up. Like, I have to look up where I found the link. We did find Captain EO on YouTube. And honestly, in the near future, I will start my discourse. And what's going to happen on a discourse, we're going to separate. Like, for example, if I have a fun find that's like Marvel, I'll have just a room of links and things like that. It's just probably when I go on my vacation, the Discord will be head up. Discord, right? Yeah, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but I am resting. I'm very blessed. My body will not let me push itself no more. And that's why you guys see me pass out, because it's like, it's my body's way of saying, like, I can't do it no more. But I appreciate that, because some people don't get that. And then, like, sometimes you could have heart attacks, or like bad things happen when you're exhausted. So I'm like, I don't want to have that happen. But I'm still learning. Yeah. I'm still learning this as well. It's tricky. I would say if you're a millennial or Gen X or older, unfortunately, certain things are going to start happening, whether it be your health or family members pass away. Some of us don't have a big support system, so we might lose our homes or whatever. So the point is, like, it gets really challenging. So it's just like, I would say for unfortunate slash fortunate for me, a lot of stuff happened to me earlier than most. Like most of my friends can't even relate to what I've gone through already. But at least I know, like, okay, if this is the new normal, then I have to learn to navigate to this. And I have great examples, like my grandmother, my mom, they've gone through hell and back. They still had their head up high, never dropped the ball. Things just got done. I'm sure inside they were going through stuff, but at least externally, nothing changes. They still showed up for their family. So I want to be like my ancestors before, man. Strong, strong women and men. I have great men in my family, very spiritual men. But yeah, I definitely want to like just get more like, so like moving forward. If I mention something in a live, then head to the Discord, all the all the links you need for events. Because some of the stuff is in description bars, but especially like the fun finds, that stuff is not in there. So I was like, I want to have all that stuff separated, events, that kind of stuff. It's a lot more work, but I'm on Discord, but I'm just not like, I don't have my own setup. I'm just part of other people's places and rooms. So, but I think that's it for now. I need to get some sleep. Even though I have to be to work early, I still have to be at work and I have some things to do. But our next watch party will be the wrap up to our awesome Fantastic Four week. Sorry, it's super, super short compared to Superman, but I'm just like, I'm still not as invested with Fantastic Four as I am with Superman. No shade, but I'm sure in time it'll be better. Thank you. Thank you. I be having my moments, Jen. I be crying sometimes out of nowhere. And then poor Danny seen me cry last week. I was like, Dad, but I'm going through a lot. It is what it is. So I'm not going to hide it. Thank you, Dan. And thank you. You have an awesome night too. If you're like me with no AC, stay cool. I call it the poor man's air conditioner. I'm about to take a nice shower, then turn the fan and be really still. But I be honest, I hate AC. Hate it. But sometimes you need it. I did, but I knew it was coming. Yeah. The minute I saw what the documentary was about, I said something in that documentary is going to trigger me. So it was I was about to say Clark Kent, Christopher Reeve's son, and how he was talking about having no parents and how essentially he was saying he felt alone. And I was like, bro, like, and I get that, I lost both my parents. So thank God I didn't lose them back to back, because he lost his parents really close. I had like some time, but it still hurts, especially when you're young. You know what I mean? I lost both my parents before 50. That's crazy. So it triggered me. Then I started missing my mom. I was like, no. But it happens. Triggers are unique. Actually got to text my friend. She recently lost her mom. She's actually younger than me. And I said everything I had to say, good and bad. I didn't lie to her. I was just like, yo, it's going to be tough, bro. But I was like, whenever you just hang out, all you can do is hang out with people and be supportive and let them cry and say what they got to say. Because grieving's tough. It is tough. But the cool thing is, thanks to my mom, because my mom has a lighthearted spirit too. She's giving me tools just to push through grief with a smile on your face. And also gives us permission to let it out in real time too. So that's what's up. Like, and not in my household, but as I got older, like I've always let the men in my life cry. Like sometimes we don't give our men permission to cry. No, y'all need to cry too. Y'all gotta let it out too. Nah, it's all good. At least things are getting better, you know? It's just one day at a time. One day at a time. And like I said, I'm grateful for the food, the roof over my head, this live, Fantastic Four, Superman. We got good DC and Marvel movies. Finally. Grateful for a job. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Even though I be a crybaby sometimes. It's like I appreciate it. Same sentiment with you. Like I remember the first time you saw me fall asleep and you stood there, you're like, oh, she's back up. I'm like, oh, because I was asleep for a minute. Janya, no, I be falling asleep too, but I have a partner and my partner will talk while I'm sleeping. So, but she'll be back, y'all. If y'all love Tori, Tori will be back. I think mid-September she'll be back on this channel. It's just she has her own YouTube channel to take care of. Once we get out of MJ season, she'll be back here. Because some of y'all are like, where's Tori? So as always, thanks for watching. And I get to be in bed before 2. Well, actually, around 2. I still have to take a shower, but it's hot as hell in here. Like Michael Jackson says, I go through hell. It's hot. But I will see you guys Tuesday. Dan and Janya, I will send you links if you can join me for the review part. Let me know, but it's gonna be late because I'm like, you want to give time for people to see Fantastic Four on Tuesday for their first or second time. And I don't know if we're gonna have a spoiler. That part I don't know, but it'll probably be about 11:30 since these movies are short. I don't mind starting them late because it's not like, you know, the Justice League for 4 hours, Snyder's cut. It's not that, thank God. These are like under 2 hours plus discussion. Everybody should be in bed soon. So yeah, have a good night. Love you too, Dan. And I'll see you guys in 2 days. Peace out and bye.